Alright, in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about the brutal Google Ads trick that gurus hide from you. Alright? And this is literally, I'm going to cover how to spend less money, make more money with your Google Ads. And at the end, I'm literally going to give you copy-paste frameworks that you can just implement into your Google Ads account instantly. Alright? Now, just before we get started, if you want a Google Ads funnel that brings you $20,000 or more per month on autopilot without having to spend tens of thousands or paying ungodly retainer fees or having to filter through unqualified leads, I'll show you how to do that for free. You just click on this link here I'm going to leave the link in the description below. Alright? You just click on that link, answer the type form, and you can schedule a call with me personally. Alright? And anyway, let's just get started. So the one thing that's responsible for scaling billion-dollar companies with Google Ads, alright? So having a $400 million budget is definitely not the reason. Although Coca-Cola does actually have this. You can search it up. I'm not going crazy, alright? Coca-Cola does have a $400 million advertising or marketing budget, and it's absolutely crazy. But it's actually a really unsexy answer, and it's probably not going to surprise you because you already know what the answer is, and you've seen it. And you've spoken about it and you've tried to pay attention to it. It's the number that shows up next to the letters CTR or CPC or CPM or any other metric. It is data, raw, hard, unsexy data. That is what scales any company to $1 billion franchise, alright? So you literally have all the data you need to scale, except there's actually too much data, alright? Any ordinary businessman comes onto Google Ads interface and is automatically bombarded with a bunch of different letters and numbers and search terms and keywords and blah blah blah. It's just confusing. Everything is confusing, and it's the same with any other advertising medium that you decide to pursue. Alright, it's confusing and it's aggravating, and most people don't even know what to do with it. This is the biggest problem. Some people will go and do the research. What does CTR stand for? Okay, it stands for click-through rate. What does that actually do? What can I do with that data? They don't know what to do with it. Alright? But data-driven decisions are what scale your business predictably. This brings predictable growth to your business. You're no longer going to be looking left to right and then thinking, okay, where is my next customer going to come from? Alright? Where's my next 2, 3, 4, 5 customers going to come from? I have employees to pay. I have bills to pay. I have things to do. Where are my customers going to come from? You're not going to have to worry about that anymore, because I'm about to give you a system you can implement into your business, which is going to help you grow predictably. You're going to get clients, get customers, get sales predictably. All right. This is for any business owner. This is whether you sell a service as a physical business, or if you're an e-com brand, or if you're just a software as a service company. Yeah. If you're selling SaaS services, this is for you as well. This is for everyone. Every single business falls underneath this category. All right. Just wanted to make that abundantly clear before I carry on. All right. So asking you to make informed decisions with data is a bit like giving a toddler a Liebig condenser and asking him to do something with it. This is a Liebig condenser. All right. And if you didn't know what a Liebig condenser was, that is exactly my point. The toddler would look at the Liebig condenser, try to do something with it, and it will end up getting smashed. Because the toddler has no clue what it does, what it's meant for, how to use it, or what to do with it. Okay? I could walk into Elon Musk's factory right now and pull out any factory machinery, alright? I could give it to you and tell you, hey, do something with this. You're going to look at me like I'm a psycho, because you have no clue what to do with it. It's not for you. It's not meant for you. It's meant for the engineers who have been specifically trained on that piece of machinery. Okay? So this is all going to link back to optimizing your Google Ads in just a second, because like the toddler staring at his reflection in the Liebig condenser, you're staring at the Google interface wondering if this is really the move forward for your business. And just as a side note, yes, it is. I made sure I highlighted that. I made it stand out because it really is. Okay? So that data is paramount to make accurate decisions using scientific precision, alright? And if you use data correctly, you can predictably grow. It's just math at that point. It's just like 1 + 1. It equals 2. Google Ads, business, money, sales, same thing, alright? So first thing you need to understand is that all the data links. If you have a high cost per click, then you might notice that the conversion rate on your website sucks. Or if you have a high customer acquisition cost, then you might notice that your cost per click is high. Alright? It all links. And this starts to get very complicated very, very quickly, because every single metric you track correlates with many other metrics. Okay, such as your return on ad spend, which is influenced by your ad rank, your quality score, your bidding strategy, landing page experience, and about 7 other variables that I could think of at the moment, okay? So it's all one big puzzle, and every single piece of the puzzle needs to fit. Because if one piece of the puzzle doesn't fit, then the whole puzzle ends up getting fucked, okay? Everything needs to be diligently tracked, and everything needs to be aggressively optimized. Every single little thing, all right? So the 4 KPIs that make the most money. Not every KPI needs to be tracked. Yes, they're all useful, but some of them, they just don't give much of an ROI. So there are certain numbers which if you track and optimize will make you the most amount of money, and that is guaranteed, okay? So the most important ones that you need to be tracking. First of all, by far the most important one is primary and secondary conversion tracking. I don't care if you're selling SaaS or you're selling some like chiropractic services, or if you're selling skincare or acne or makeup. I don't care what you're selling. This is the most important thing, okay? Because you need to know exactly where in the funnel people are dropping off. All right? If you don't know what primary and secondary conversion tracking is, make sure you find out as soon as possible. I promise you, it's going to change your entire life. It's not just going to change your. It's not just going to change your ads. It's going to change your entire life. I promise you that. Okay. But to give you a quick rundown, it basically tracks what's working in the funnel and what isn't working. For example, you get 100 clicks and only 1 click turned into a paying customer, a paying client. You don't have a solitary clue in the world why exactly that happened. So now you start a fire by recon mission. And you start testing everything. Okay. So you run an ad, you get 100 clicks. 1 click converts into a paying customer. So you start thinking, damn, is it the ad? Is it the landing page? Is it the checkout process? What is it? Is it maybe the targeting is off? Maybe my budget is too low, blah, blah, blah. There's a million different things that you can be testing that way, all right? And this is bad because it's really, really bad. Because you're wasting budget, you're wasting time, and you don't even know where the bottleneck actually is. You don't know what it is, all right? So you get 100 clicks on 1 conversion. That's a primary conversion, okay? That's the end goal. That's what you're aiming to get. That's the end goal. So that's your primary conversion. That's what you primarily want to achieve, which is a sale, okay? And a secondary conversion would be tracking things such as abandoned carts or multiple page clicks or newsletter signups or lead magnet opt-ins. Anything that is on your site and is positively related to making money is a secondary conversion. This is a substantially better method of finding out what's working and what's not working. So going back to the example above, you get 100 clicks, 1 conversion, but now you also know that you got 24 abandoned carts, okay? So now you know that the real issue is nothing to do with the ad itself. You went from having no clue where the problem was to now knowing, the problem is in between the add to cart and checkout progress. You went from this, your focus and your testing, from this to this, okay? You're honing in. You are literally just zooming in on the problem because you know what the problem is, and your concentration and your focus is much more concentrated on the problem. Therefore, you can fix it a lot quicker with less budget, with less trial and error. And this also goes away from like spraying and praying to you taking out a rifle and just bang, you shooting the thing. So now you know the real issue is nothing to do with the ad itself. Yes, we covered this. Whatever you decide to track it because you know where the real bottleneck is in your funnel. And this way, like I said, you're not spraying and praying. Okay? You're scaling and you're doing it efficiently and effectively. I'm not going to show you how to set it up here because there's hundreds of articles and YouTube videos just going over everything. But you just need to know that you need to do it. Secondly, keywords. This sounds so simple and it really, really is. Okay? But for some apparent reason, very few advertisers, or a lot of advertisers know this, but very few of them do anything with it. And so on the interface, you can easily find out which search terms you're showing up for, which keywords that you're spending the most money on, which keywords or search terms are giving you the highest return on ad spend, okay? You have access to all of this information. Every single little bit of information you have access to. Like I said before, you have too much access to data. You have too much data there, all right? So you need to be honing in on the data that really matters, and this is one of them that is just going to completely change your return on ad spend. If you got a 2x return on ad spend and you haven't done this, be prepared for 7, 8 return on ad spend, okay? This is the killer, okay? This, if you combine everything I'm about to tell you, okay? Because there's a couple more tricks I'm about to tell you. But if you combine everything, you are going to make a lot of money. All you need to do is just find keywords you're showing up for that you shouldn't be showing up for. Keywords that are giving you a low return on ad spend and search terms that are brutally demolishing your quality score. It is so easy, okay? It's really that easy. Because Google literally just hands you the data. It's right there. There is zero reason for you not to be jumping into your ads account and doing it right now. Okay? I mean, don't click off this video and go do it right now because I'm about all the information I'm going to give you is going to build momentum, okay? It's going to build a bunch of momentum, and you're going to sit there and you're going to think, okay, I can stack this on top of that, and I can stack that on top of that, and your ads game is just going to completely change. You're going to be making sales left, right, and center. At the moment, you're worried where your next customer is going to come from. After implementing all of this, you're going to be wondering, where can I put this customer, okay? How can I make him wait a bit longer so I don't lose him? That's what you're going to be thinking. It literally takes a couple seconds to do this, okay? Literally, just do this. Oh yeah, by the way, forgot to mention, but if you want access to this document, I'm going to leave it in the description below so you can just have it forever. You really should get access to this document. It's really, really, really important, okay? But for this, there is no downside. There is unlimited upside. Do it. It's going to help massively. Massively, okay? Your click-through rate. This is really, really important. If nobody's clicking on your ad, Google won't show your ad to people who might buy. They'll charge you more per click, and all in all, you'll be making 10 times less money than you should be, okay? This is ultra important. So let's get this right. Your click-through rate is determined by a couple of things, such as your headline, your ad copy, your site links, your creatives, if you're running shopping ads or any sort of demand gen ads, or any other ad extensions, okay? But not so often spoken about. The lower your ad rank, which is the position of your ad in relation to your competitors, the lower your click-through rate, okay? Think back to the last time you searched something up. 9 times out of 10, you probably just clicked on the first site, which was probably an ad, okay? This then logically means that if your ad is being shown in second or third or even fourth place, your CTR is going to drastically drop. And if your ad is more than often in first place, you're going to have a higher click-through rate, and Google will charge you less per click, and you'll be making 10 times more money. Simple, okay? Or in this case, 9 times more money, because 9 times out of 10, people just click on the first link. So how can you improve your click-through rate? It goes back to the basics, showing up only for high-intent keywords, because Google is not like Meta, all right? Okay, so I put this here, but I'm going to explain it. Google Ads, they're a demand capture mechanism, all right? Google Ads capture demand. There is already demand there, and you are just catching it. It's just there. You're catching the demand. Meta is demand generation. You have to create the demand. You have to form it. You have to formalize it, all right? Formularize it. I don't know what the word is, but you get what I mean. You have to create the demand, okay? You have to create it out of thin air. While it's possible, it's very difficult to do. So that's why I mostly recommend that people who are starting ads start off on Google, okay? Because Google Ads is very easy. Just capture demand, get some money flowing in, and you can use that money to test Meta ads, okay? But back onto the point, Google is a demand capture. You're catching demand. Meta is demand generation. You've got to create you've got to generate the demand and then catch it, okay? And then, of course, they will flow down to buy. You get money in your account. But Meta ads convinces people to click on the ad and then buy or book an appointment, while Google ads already catch people who are actively searching for what you are selling or whatever you're providing, and you're just showing up, okay? They're already searching for you. Now, yes, Google is trying to incorporate demand gen ads, performance max, YouTube ads, display ads, etc., but my recommendation is to use it for what it's best at, which is catching demand. All right. If you do all of that right, you are going to dramatically improve your quality score, because a higher click-through rate means a higher quality score. A higher quality score means a higher ad rank. Effectively, a higher quality score means your ad is going to be showing up first. Okay. There are some other factors that play into it, but a higher quality score means a higher ad rank. A higher ad rank equals, drum roll please, a higher click-through rate. Okay, this is what I mean. It's just one big fucking circle. Everything links together. Everything just supports each other in a perpetual cycle of just utter advertising money, just money in your account. This is everything. Everything just links. Everything supports each other. Everything is correlated, either directly correlated or inversely correlated. Okay, if something goes up, it makes something else go down or up. If something else goes down, it makes something else go down or up. Okay, it all is correlated. Everything means something else means something. Everything means something else happens. Okay. Next, cost per click. Your cost per click is defined by the following: your quality score, your click-through rate, your relevancy, your landing page experience. If you want your ads to rank, achieve a higher return on ad spend, or you want to get a lower cost per click, you need to have all 4 of these perfectly dialed in. And ultimately, this goes back to what I was just saying. Everything is linked. Every single tangible piece of data you can pull from any KPI or metric is interlinked with a multitude of other components. And that's why it's so profoundly important that you get every single thing that I'm telling you right. Okay? Everything right now that I'm telling you, that's entering your ears. It can't be coming in this ear and coming out the other. Okay? Everything needs to be just there. You need to either be soaking this information in, or you need to take a pen and paper and you need to write notes, take notes, take action steps out of this, okay? Put this video into ChatGPT, get transcript, okay? Get AI to take notes, do whatever. This is so important, okay? But there is actually a much easier way to organize all of this and have it done for you on autopilot. You can have me and my team do this for you. We'll bring you 20k per month or more on autopilot without having to spend tens of thousands or paying ungodly retainer fees or having to filter through unqualified leads, okay? You can click the link in the description below, the type form. You're just going to have to fill up the type form. It's going to be a short questionnaire, and then you'll automatically be put on a Calendly page where you can book a call with me. Okay, me personally, I'm going to be on this call with you. I'm going to take you through everything. I'm going to take you through my brand new Google Ads funnel that's custom, completely custom. I created this. It's custom. Okay, and I'm currently giving it away for free. Okay, so if you want it for free, you want the whole document tailored towards your business, the call, I'm going to show you how to tailor this custom Google Ad strategy towards your business. It's going to show you how to make money. Anyway, how to turn those numbers into cash. I could sit here and talk to you all day about your data, different types of data, and how intimately they all intertwine together to create your return on ad spend, alright? But this would end up being substantially longer than it needs to be because you get the point now. Every single piece of data is linked. Every single piece of data. It all supports or correlates, or either whether it's directly or inversely, it all correlates, okay? And most of this is common sense. It all correlates, okay? Instead, your question should be, how do you optimize? Okay, so now you know the numbers, but what do the numbers do? What do you do with those numbers? And most of this is actually common sense, but I'm going to give you the most important plug and play frameworks I use with my clients to optimize their Google ads and make them a ton of money doing so. Okay, you're going to see what I mean by it's common sense in just a second. Okay, low conversion rate. Okay, so you set Google ads up, you're getting traffic. It's much more traffic than you're used to getting, but your conversion rate sucks. Let's look at this from a bird's eye view. If your conversion rate was higher before you started running, the likely answer here is that you're ranking for the complete wrong search terms, okay? The people clicking on your ads aren't looking for what you provide, or you're targeting the wrong people, or your negative keyword list is not optimized, or all three of them are happening, which is really bad, okay? So you need to fix this as soon as possible. In this instance, I would go through the search terms you're currently ranking for, increase spend on high performing ones, and cut the ones that aren't converting, alright? I told you. This is mostly just common sense, alright? Let's say your conversion rate wasn't good, even before you started running ads, and since you started running ads, it stayed mostly the same, okay? So you had 2% conversion rate before you started running ads, and your conversion rate has just stayed 2%. It's just the same, okay? Even though with more traffic or less traffic, it's just stayed the same. This is not an ad problem. It's an offer problem, a USP problem, a value proposition problem. The trick here isn't to blacklist any keywords or anything to do with your Google ads actually, okay? It's nothing to do with your ads because the problem isn't inside the ad, it's on your website, okay? The key here is to look at your USP or your offer or your value proposition, okay? Does your offer have something that has some sort of risk reversal? So like a guarantee, for example. Do you have a money back guarantee? Do you have some sort of guarantee? Where it's like a trampoline. I think Charlie Morgan said this. It's a trampoline. If somebody spends money on whatever you're selling or whatever you're providing, do they have a plan B they can fall back on? And is that plan B worse or better than where they started off with? Okay? Does your offer show that other people are confidently buying what you're selling? So are you showing that your product has demand? Is there demand for what you are selling? Okay? This is why on some websites you go on them and it says, Rachel just purchased XYZ from Australia or Melbourne or London or Birmingham, so wherever, okay? This is why some websites just have that, because it shows there is demand. It shows, this also, Daniel Fazio said this in one of his videos and it's completely true. It goes back to when your mom asks, if all your friends ask you to jump off a bridge, are you going to jump off the bridge? Well, yeah, I'm going to jump off the bridge. Imagine you're there on the bridge, okay? And you're with like 5 friends. They're all jumping off the bridge. They're all in the water having fun. And you're thinking back to what your mum said. And she told you not to jump off the bridge. Next thing you know, your friends are telling you, they're calling you a pussy. They're telling you, don't be scared. There's a girl that you like. You're feeling overwhelmed. You're getting peer pressured into doing it. And you're going to jump off the bridge eventually. All right? This is because if there is demand, if there is actively people who are doing something, you are most likely going to do it. And this also plays in with the next part of your offer, is are people being positively impacted as a result of their purchase, all right? Is there social proof? Do you have case studies? Do you have testimonials? Do you have UGC created just there on your website? Just, hey, I purchased this person's thing. It made me so much money, made me look better. It made me do this. It made my operations 10 times more efficient. Anything just to show that other people are A, benefiting positively from what you are selling. B, showing that people are confidently buying what you're selling. So they're not just being positively impacted from what you're selling. They are also confidently buying it, okay? And you need to have some sort of risk reversal. That's what makes a killer offer. At 99.3% of all businesses have a complete dog shit offer. And I'm going to show you why. We have an excellent team. Our customer support is impeccable. We're reliable. This one is the best one yet, okay? I see this one everywhere. It's the best one, okay? For example, here's what I came up when I searched for plumbers near me. Alright? And bear in mind, I am in London. I am in the most important financial, cultural, and economic center inside of the entire world. Okay? Arguably. And this is your competition. Fast and professional service. Our plumbers are clean, fast and reliable. When you have plumbing problems, call us today. Everybody says this, okay? Everybody says fast and professional service. We are clean, we are fast, we are reliable. Call us when you have problems, okay? Everybody says this. So there's also no incentive to choose you over Bob or Paul or Tom or any of your competitors, okay? There is no reason for me to choose you instead of the other plumber down the road. Okay, it's just about who provides a better price. At that point, you're just competing on price, which is not good. It's just a downward race to the bottom. Okay, you're just gonna get dragged. You're basically gonna be. It's just a downward race to the bottom. Okay, if you're competing on price and that's your game plan, good luck to you. Okay, I fully hope that you win. I fully hope that you win the entire game of business with your competitors, and I hope you demolish your competitor in every single fathomable way possible. But science, history, business, data shows that this is not the way. Competing on price is not the way. Okay? So you need to first of all, you need to stand out. Okay? You need to give an incentive to choose you over your competitors. Okay? And this isn't actually what I want. Okay? I don't care if it's fast and professional service. Alright? I don't care if your plumbers are clean, fast and reliable. I don't care about you. When you have plumbing problems, how often am I going to have plumbing problems? Okay? How often am I going to have plumbing problems and automatically think, who's that guy that says the exact same thing as the other 312 plumbers in London? Let me try to remember his name. Oh yeah, that's his name. Nobody is ever going to do that. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I have a terrible memory, but in my experience, this never works. Okay? This isn't what I want. I'm searching for a plumber, which means it's pretty urgent, and I want to hear things like this. We fix your pipes in 30 minutes or less, or it's completely free. Boom. Sale. Done. Sale. And I came up with this. This isn't hard to come up with. This took me a maximum of 12 seconds to formulate, okay? I came up with this in my head. I was literally walking out of my room. And I came up with this in my head. I said, maybe I put an example down. I came and sat down. Spent 12 seconds thinking, okay, what would I want to hear if I was a plumber? And just wrote this down. Okay? This works. Okay, I'm about to show you why it works. There's a tangible time frame. I'm not saying fast and professional service, okay? I'm not saying fast. I'm saying in 30 minutes or less. Okay? Secondly, there is a direct call out to the desire. I'm not saying professional. I'm not saying clean or fast or reliable, okay? I am telling you, we're going to fix your pipes. You have broken pipes, okay? We fix pipes. Simple. Broken pipes. Fixed pipes. You are in between. You are the person who turns broken pipes into fixed pipes. You are the magic man, okay? This is exactly what it is. Direct call out to the desire. Don't sit down and spit out a bunch of waffle, okay? This is what it is. It's just waffle. This can be condensed into 3 words, alright? Plumber in London. That's literally all you really need to say. No, correction. That is not what you need to say. But that will have the exact same effect that this is having right now. And I guarantee you, if you were to replace their copy with this copy, that copy might even outperform this. Because it's just so simple, it might just stand out because of the simplicity. And there is a complete risk reversal that almost challenges them. I'm telling you, in 30 minutes or less, or is completely free. Now, of course, if you know that you can't fix pipes within 30 minutes, then don't offer it, obviously. Okay, otherwise you're going to be making no money. It's just a hobby at that point. But I'm not saying when you have plumbing problems, call us today. Who's going to think of you when they have plumbing problems? Whenever somebody has plumbing problems, they're going to think plumber. They're not going to think of you. Okay, no matter how good of a plumber are, no matter how friendly you are, how humorous you are, no matter how sexy you are, they're just going to think plumber, broken pipe, broken toilet broken, plumber, now. That's what they're going to think, okay? So this challenges them. It almost turns it into a bit of a game. It makes it exciting, okay? That's what you need to do. You need to just bring oomph, just pure oomph into your game. That's what you need to do, all right? Let's say you have a low click-through rate. Like we said before, your click-through rate is mostly defined by your quality score, your ad rank, your headlines, your site links, and your ad copy. The only ones here you should focus on isn't the most important ones, because by far the most important ones here are these two, the quality score and the ad rank. Okay, but you can't actually focus on them because you can't directly edit them. You can't make one bigger or smaller. You can't make one more or less. Okay, they're only correlated to a multitude of other things that you can actually directly affect. Okay, so here I would analyze your ad rank. I would open the Google Ads dashboard, use the ad preview and the diagnosis tool to find out where your ad ranks for each specific search request. Okay, focus on the most important ones always. Top down approach. Okay, you're always focusing on the one that brings you either the most return on ad spend or you're spending the most money on, etc., etc. The most important ones, the biggest ones. Okay, that's just a general rule of thumb for any advertising that you ever do, regardless if it's on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or Google. Okay, you always look from the top down. But then you also need to make sure that the ad is ultra relevant to those search terms that you're showing up for. Because if your skincare ad is ranking first every single time for the search term, how to get clear skin, your ad is not very relevant, okay? Because people here are searching for tutorials. They're asking how to do something. They're not searching for the product, okay? Now, there is a slight chance that 1 out of 10 people are going to be searching for a product, or they might even buy a product at that point, okay? But the thing is, you're going to completely ruin your ad's quality score and your ad rank just for that 1 out of 10 people, okay? And 9 times out of 10, because math, okay, 1/10 minus 10/10 is 9/10. 9 out of 10 people are not going to buy, okay? Because they are searching for tutorials. They're not searching for products. There is a clear difference. There is a clear difference in the search intent behind the search term, okay? So here I would always focus on relevancy, making sure that your ad is as relevant as humanly possible, because it's going to increase your quality score. And your quality score is defined by 3 things, which is your expected click-through rate. Google will take your previous campaigns, analyze and go through your competitors' ads and predict an expected click-through rate. Site links also help dramatically skyrocket this, okay? This is super important. If you have site links, we can do an example now, actually. Let me search up plumber in London, okay? Plumber in London, boom. Site links here. These site links are so important. You can see automatically that these increase the real estate of your Google ad dramatically, okay? If you have more real estate on the Google page when people are searching for something, Google is automatically going to think, okay, this man is taking up more real estate, therefore he's going to have a higher click-through rate, which then in return, which I haven't written down here, but you're going to have a lower cost per click if you have a higher click-through rate, okay? I think I mentioned this earlier. Secondly, your click-through rate is also defined by your ad relevancy. So if you're running an ad for your makeup products and your target keywords are acne, skincare, and face wash, then your ad is not very relevant, obviously, okay? Because you're selling makeup products and people are searching for skincare products. Completely different things, okay? Landing page experience. If your landing page is just terribly designed, slow, or spammy, or it's unfunctional, then Google's crawl bots, this is what happens. When you publish your landing page, Google will have crawl bots, okay, that just go through your website, click on random buttons. They act like a visitor, like any shopper would, okay? This is how they act. And if Google picks up that any of this is happening, if it picks up that your website's terribly designed, or it's slow, or it's spammy, or it's unfunctional, then it will penalize you with a lower quality score. Lower quality score means lower ad rank, which means a lower click-through rate. It's all linked. It's all intertwined. Every single thing correlates, okay? Now, I could go through 1,000 of different examples, and if there's an example that you want me to go through specifically, then comment the topic down below, and I'll make sure that I make a video going through that example, like 100%, okay? I just want to help you guys out. Now, if you don't know where to start, nobody usually does. That's why people like me exist, and I will personally get on a free 30-minute strategy call with you and show you exactly where you're losing money on your ads, opportunities that you can take to 3x your return on ad spend, and my custom Google Ads funnel strategy that guarantees $20,000 or more per month, okay? All of this because I'm 101% confident that when we talk, when I show you what you're missing out on and exactly how much money there is to make, you'll turn around and think, hey, this guy's really good. Maybe we can work with him. That's what I'm hoping that you're going to think. And I'm 101% confident that that's what's going to happen. So this offer is valued at $750, okay? This cool. But you're getting a chance to take this for free. It's not even $50. I'm not charging a single penny, okay? The reason I'm not charging a single penny for this offer is because I need case studies, all right? I have many case studies. I just need 5 more case studies. The second I have those 5 case studies from this free offer, where I'm going to get on a call with you, I'm personally just going to create a tailored roadmap for you, your business, whatever you're selling, whatever you're providing, okay? I'm going to create a tailored growth strategy with my custom Google Ads funnel strategy, okay? And I'm going to take you through how to make money tailored to your business. It's not going to be a general plug and play framework. It's going to be modeled around your business, okay? So I'm gonna make I'm gonna make sure this 100% works. And the second I get those 5 case studies in, this offer is going away, and I'm gonna be putting a price on this call. Okay. So make sure you click here to get your free 30-minute strategy call. I'm gonna leave the description and I'm gonna leave the link in the description below. This offer applies both to businesses already running ads and those who want to start running ads. Okay. And PPS. Don't get on this call with me if you aren't willing to put in the brain calories to actually understand and grasp the money printing methods that I'm going to unleash on you, okay? Because if we get on this call, I'm going to unleash some serious value, and you're probably not going to understand all of it at first. It's okay. Most people don't. I'm going to explain it as simply as I can. I'm also going to give you a detailed form, like Google document, PDF format, where it's going to have a complete action plan, again, tailored completely towards your business, okay? And you're also going to have direct communication access with me, so you can just ask me any questions that you want. If you get stuck on single point, I'm going to help you out. Happy to do this. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment one of those topics down below. If you really want me to go through a topic and you're struggling on something, comment it down below. I'll go through it.